It's about intention. Was your intention to be a tool? No, I think you were playing around. Like when he said getting canceled for being straight, like he knew exactly. Like that was fully, that wasn't playing around.
Yeah, he was more going for the shock factor of like the like homophobes out there who would like love to like sit and watch that. Like,
do you
that's
get
what he was going
stressed before? Exactly. Do you get stressed before you, when you're about to write a video, when you have an idea for a video and you don't want to go through with it because you're worried it's going to flop?
Yep.
Like I see you haven't posted in 5 days, but you're on live, and I know as a creator, and I do the same thing. So like it's the reason, that's why I'm calling it out. So like you have the energy, you have the time, but there's something stopping you. Like for me, usually it's just, I think I'm scared of flopping, because of course you can make any video you want. You could just make a video drinking your soda, but you want it to be good. You want to get the high. So
I used to not get scared. I used to post like,
oh my God, we lost him. Hello, everybody. Someone said, why are you sick? And I'm not sick. Do I sound sick? But I'm sorry that I know I've been live with Patty Pop Culture. I wasn't live. I was like in.
So that audio is off. Okay. Bring him back.
Person. I try and connect with you
Got
all
it.
more than creators. Why are you saying he 69? Thank you for saying I'm the best TikToker ever. Wow. Your videos make my day. Thank you, Jazzy Martinez. Let's see if we can get back with Patty. Or did we lose him? I don't know. Maybe we lost him. We'll get him back soon. Hi. Hello, everybody. You have nice eyes. I have nice eyes. Thank you. I have like pimples, and like on the Instagram video I posted, there's no beauty filter on. So I began to feel ugly. But I don't make my videos to be hot, so I'm over it. But when you say I have blue eyes, it reminds me. You're the best creator. Owen, thank you so much, Owen. Becca likes much. Thank you. I want to come out to my parents, but I don't know what to do. Be patient. Only come out if they're in a good mood, if you know it's safe physically, financially, and mentally. Like if you have a college fund, you know what I mean, and you think that they're going to cut you off and not give you that money.
You think it's
patient. You don't want to. You want to be strategic in coming out. Honestly, life is about strategy, and coming out is about strategy. You are worthy in and out of the closet, 100%. And what the world tells you about yourself is not true, because they don't know you. You know you. And I honestly think I might know you more than they do. Patty, what? No way. Oh my God. Wait, okay, so Patty,
Yeah, make sure you have a college.
Oh my God. You didn't do anything. You will get unbanned. Does it say, and I have someone I can email if there's a problem, so don't worry about it too much. Is it permanent or is it temporary? What is the ban? Does it say permanently banned? I promise, if you're permanently banned, I will get you unbanned. I believe there's an automatic tool, even though TikTok denies it.
TikTok,
that there's an
you don't
automatic tool that
stop.
bans people. I feel, but don't worry, like don't be scared. If you're permanently banned, I can help you. Just know that. If you're temporarily banned, yeah. And even if you're permanent, they'll lift it anyway, as you know, but because you didn't do anything, they'll review it. You actually didn't, like I was on with you. I'm trying to think, like, what did you say? You said nothing. And by the way, why would you be banned and not me? Are you still there? Why am I not seeing your comments? I'm trans and my parents are scary, says Saggy Titties. I shouldn't have said that. It's not, a lot of parents are scary, and being trans is, first off, extremely courageous. Not like, it's not being trans, it's the act of living trans and being your true self, right? And not fitting into these horrific boxes that doctors placed you in without your consent. So I'm really proud of you, and I'm sorry about your parents, and I want you to know that your parents, they don't know. And that's not your fault. It's their teacher's fault and their parents' fault. They don't know. What's really interesting is that we place blame, and I did the same thing, on other people's lack of education on ourselves. So we were like these kids will bully me when I was young, and I'd be like, oh, I'm less worthy. But in reality, like, they are actually really uneducated, you know? Okay, Patty isn't even commenting, so I'm wondering if he can. Patty, go on Instagram and let me know what happened. Speaking of, some people are mad at me that I posted a part 2 on Instagram. I spent, and like I have no apologies for that. I'm trying to grow on 2 platforms, number 1. Number 2, my part 2 on Instagram is over 3 minutes. Number 3, I think everyone knows. Oh, Patty's back. But you didn't answer my question, Patty, about your live. Is it permanent or temporary? Everybody knows that I put a huge amount of effort into my videos I think, who's a true supporter of mine. I care a lot about what I talk about. And I spent every single hour of today from 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time all the way up until 9 p.m., I think, editing and re-editing and re-recording. Oh, good. Temporary. Okay. You tried to comment. I don't know why it didn't show. I have a lot of keywords filtered, Patty. I'm glad it's temporary. Is it 24 hours? Anyhow, so thank you for everyone for following me on Instagram. Obviously, like, I'm not hiding the fact that I'm bullied extensively on TikTok, so I have an aim to grow on Instagram as well, so I can mentally protect myself. But I will always, good, I'm glad it's only 24 hours. I will always make sure that I provide value to you. When I make my videos, they're for you. I don't do cliffhangers, you know, I finish it. But if you want a deeper dive, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but I don't know. I guess people have mean comments for every single thing that I do. But it sucks because people will be like, why aren't you know, let's talk about like the BS comments on my new Afghanistan video. People will be like,
All right, there's
why
Josh
didn't you?
going live.
Thank
What's
you
next?
for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you thrill
I thought she was going to say a convict, which, you know, okay.
to a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Ba 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 bye.
The Golden Gaze NYC. Hilarious.
The following is a true account of when I was accosted at the Starbucks by an old man. Dun dun! Peach green tea lemonade. Dun 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 dun! What? Why don't you have peach green tea lemonade? Peach tea lemon what? What'd you say to me, broke dick? Sir, I don't work here. I'm sitting at a table. Bullshit! You will be sitting for your entire fucking life if I don't get that lemonade! Why don't you have it? Why don't you have it? You lousy shit-eating fuckers! We're out of peach syrup. What? We're out of peach syrup! I'll kill you. I'll kill everybody in this Starbucks reserve! What is happening? We are a family from France and we are scared! Maman, je suis terrifiée! Silence! The old man! He is choking me with his mind! Monsieur! No! S'il vous plaît! Run, Madeline! Run back to France! Petit déjeuner! Stop it! She's already dead! Yo, Kevin, that French lady's dead! You reek of fear. Why isn't anyone helping me? I don't know. Ain't nobody coming to help you. Well, why don't you tweet them about it? I'll tweet your mammy that you're dead. I have seen quite enough. I bind you, old man, from doing harm. Harm against me and harm against Steve, the stone barista. Sweet! You think your magic can stop me? Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, you vanquished him. He's like Gandalf. Gandalf! So, some of that was fabricated. But a man did angrily ask me why we don't have that drink. I said, sir, there is no we. I do not work here. And it felt a lot like what you just saw. The following is a...
Foul odors make me nauseous. And that fetid, overpowering diaper was just... But Preston's clean. I'm a very busy woman. Foul odors make me nauseous. And that fetid,
How I Lost It, Part 4, the final installment. So when we last left off, I'm a teenager in Acapulco on my family on vacation. I've just met these two bikini-clad guys, Limey and Racing Stripes. They have taken my picture on the beach and my father caught me. I thought my chances of finally getting laid were ruined. I didn't know the term then, but I had been rooster blocked by my father. Well, thank God, I ran into Limey, the one in the lime green bikini, later that day, and he gave me their room number. Hey, we'll be in our room around midnight. Why don't you stop by? Sure, I'll be there. Just before midnight, I snuck out of the room I was sharing with my older brother. I knocked on the door. Limey greeted me wearing nothing but a white towel. Hey, come on in. I followed him in, and the other one, Racing Stripes, was sitting on one of the two beds wearing nothing but a pair of white briefs, Calvin Klein, a very big deal in the 80s. I sat on the bed opposite. Limey sat next to me. Racing Stripes started talking about how they had fun that night at the bars. They have to get up early to catch their plane back to Kansas, where they're from.
Kansas.
And then Limey turns to me and gives me my first kiss. Out of the fog of that kiss, Racing Stripes emerged, and we tumbled out of what clothes we had on into a blur of mouths and tongues and lips, and I was in the middle, and I loved every second of it. My first time, and I was spoiled. Would I ever be satisfied with just one? I don't remember getting dressed, just bidding them farewell, and outside in the hallway, I shrugged my shoulders in delight. I'm a woman now. And then I felt something in my pocket that wasn't there before. A wad of peso notes worth about $50 US. Oh, they think I'm a whore, and a cheap one. I'm no whore. I shoved the money back under their door. Back in my bed, I couldn't go to sleep. Finally, I snuck back to the room around 6 a.m. for another round to get the money. They were gone. I always imagine them back in Kansas telling their friends about the time they picked up a copper-headed Lolita in Acapulco and who wouldn't be bought. And every time they tell that story, they point to a baby grand piano lousy with a collection of silver frame photos, and in the center is a picture of a metal-mouthed kid brazenly smiling in the Mexican sun. Forever 15. Forever a virgin. True story and dangerous when wet. A memoir of booze, sex, and my mother. It's an ebook, an audiobook read by me, and a show. See my bio for the link tree of how to get the book or see the show.
Okay, there he goes.
How I lost it.
Okay, so what words did queer people use back in the day to describe themselves? And I love this question because there's actually a lot of fun answers, so let's get into it. I should also say that most of these terms were used by LGBTQ people, but some of them were derogatory, so it really just depends on the context. One of the most common was Mary, or Mary Louise, which is mostly for gay and bi men. There was light in the loafers, which I think is funny. This is more about behavior, feminine behavior, but it was kind of used interchangeably with sexuality. We've all probably heard fairy, which was used also for feminine behavior, and pansy, which has a really interesting history that I want to share with you all. So this word comes from the French word penser, or to think, and it was used actually as a slur to describe men who thought too much, which was seen as a feminine behavior. It was eventually used to describe queer men, which is funny to me because it implies that queer men think a lot and straight men don't think at all. But one of my favorite phrases that's still used today is a friend of Dorothy, and I'm going to talk about that in my next video.
Oh, your
so
next
like and follow
video?
for more. Okay, so what words...
Look at this asshole.
Bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Winks are unrapeable if you have coke, because how do you get them to not consent? Winks are unrapeable if you have coke, because how do you get them to not consent?
Okay, so my favorite phrase that LGBTQ people use to describe themselves discreetly is a friend of Dorothy. This, of course, refers to the Wizard of Oz, played by gay icon Judy Garland. In the film, she sings Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which can be seen as a metaphor for coming out of the closet. And that somewhere over the rainbow, life gets better. In the book, The Road to Oz by L. Frank Baum, there's a quote. It says, "You have some queer friends, Dorothy," she said. "The queerness doesn't matter, so as long as they're friends," was the answer. Now, this was the 5th book in the Land to Oz series, and it was published in 1909. Of course, during this time, the word queer meant strange or abnormal, but eventually we know the word queer was reclaimed and now is synonymous with gay. So now, a friend of Dorothy refers to a gay man, or more loosely used, anyone within the LGBTQ community. Okay, so my favorite...
Lessons in not crossing a gay man. Y'all, why is it people expect those of us who are sober to have to explain ourselves to them? So last night I was in a social setting in a bar, and there was someone that I know a little bit, and they just kept asking me, like, come on, have a drink, and I'm like, no. And then this bitch said the most annoying thing. He said, you're boring. And I said, ew, no, the difference between me and you, dum-dum, is that I don't need to have a drink to have the confidence to dance on tables and talk to strangers. But I can see why you do, because the last 30 minutes talking to you has been like taking a BuzzFeed quiz. I've spent way too much time answering irrelevant questions and ended up with a big pile of bullshit. Drink up. Listen.
Who decided the gay pecking order was based on
So many goddamn stupid takes, I don't know where to start.
Yeah, I don't know, all that shit you're talking, fuck all that. Just bring them fucking home, and then keep them home.
TikTok drama.
Hey TikTok, I'm a gay Asian American who greatly struggled with mental health issues. And even though I'm still working on through some of my problems, thankfully I no longer rely on harmful and dangerous coping mechanisms. And this all started from a realization that I needed to face my traumas and actually talk about them. We all know that the gay community is kind of quiet about these mental health issues, and I just hope that we collectively feel a lot more comfortable and open talking about topics like this.
America has a mental health crisis. It's not a problem anymore. America has a mental health crisis.
Hey TikTok, I'm a gay Asian American who greatly struggled with...
Welcome YouTube to Pawn Man. My name's Evan Kale, and I own a gold and silver business.
All right, we got some coins walking in here, so let's start out with these.
I'll make at least $600 on this deal, at least.
The only way to find out is to hit it with a hammer. I think we got $14.55. These will go for like $50 each. I think $13.50 each. I bet there's 50 packages in there at least.
And that's the magic. The Federal Reserve Act. Welcome YouTube to Pawn.
Nice. What is this? This is actually, what is Vinto?
Oh,
Vinto, it's like a Nerf vibrator. What is this? Walter, what is it, dear?
Cheeky Vinto.
What is it?
A cheeky Vinto is when it's got alcohol. That's just like
cheeky Vinto. Oh, cheeky Vinto. She's like a happy slag. Hello. No, girl, I got some cheeky Vinto. Come on over here.
it's non-alcoholic. You can drink this. Join a little bit.
Yeah. Just
lovely.
Vinto, no cheeky.
Bobcat, what can I get for you, love?
Oh, I'll have one of those slags. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, let's make our own cocktail up the Happy Slag.
The Happy Slag. I call this a leg spreader, dear.
We like taboo in England.
Poor Robin.
A lot of Happy Slags drink this, but it's a fusion of vodka, peach, and tropical juice.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you makes English a second language?
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
And they say you don't smell vodka, which is true until you sweat, and then you know.
Oh no, I don't drink. You don't drink.
No. Why did you assume I drank?
Well, that's not the way you were dressed.
Bobcat Goldberg. Oh, hello. On my way to my third COVID vaccine. Now this young man, he's got the voice, the golden pipes as we call it in the radio business. Natural, deep, just a real gift. Not him singing. I don't know if he's joking. It's very funny. Third COVID. I want a third COVID. I had the Johnson & Johnson. I want to get... Actually, that would be my second. Well, maybe I should get a second and a third. Huh? What about this
mask
guy?
nose. I have mask nose. Remember that?
I have
Fuck
mask
you,
face.
unvaccinated. Dexter. Hi. Mask nose. Mask nose. I have mask nose.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Step 1. Sing the notes clearly and quietly. I don't want to set the world on fire.
was a good teacher.
Step 2.
I can't
add
say
a
it.
little bit of twang to the voice, almost like Kermit the
twang to
Frog.
the voice, like,
I don't want to set the world on fire. Step 3. Cover your mouth with a cupped hand. I don't want to set the world on fire.
Get me out of here.
Step 4. Add the megaphone voice filter. I don't want to set the world.
Oh, always a good scene. Always a good TikTok. Who's that?
Oh, well, how do you do? I'd like to see Mr. Boardman. I'm a model.
I'm Mr. Boardman. Well, is this a social call or business?
Well, that depends on the mood you're in.
Who sent you to see me?
Oh, the agency. My name is Mona Lisa.
Well, that's a very famous name.
Well, I'm a very famous model.
Oh, may I light your cigarette, Miss Lisa?
Well, thank you.
My pleasure. Excuse me, Miss Lisa.
Certainly.
Cigarette call?
No, that was me.
I'm sorry if I've left you here alone, Miss Lisa. You know, the only Mona Lisa I ever heard of was painted by Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, and what a hard man to work for. He kept me posing for hours. And his wife was insanely jealous of me.
Well, it must have been a long time ago. You know, da Vinci is dead.
But I knew she'd kill him one of these days.
The biggest gay news in every state, part 1. Virginia is requiring teachers to respect their students' pronouns, so this teacher just did this.
You've made your point. You no longer value me or many other teachers you've employed in this county. So since my contract outlines the power that you have over my employment, I thought it necessary to resign in front of you. School board, I quit your policies, I quit your trainings, and I quit being a cog in a machine that tells me to push highly politicized agendas on our most vulnerable constituents, the children.
The biggest gay news in every state, part 1. Virginia is requiring...
Oh, that was
So my
part
roommate's gone
1.
for a couple months, and we have a subletter who's a straight guy, and he's super nice, super cool, really awesome guy, except he has absolutely no concept of lighting. The big common area is our living room kitchen, and at night there's 5 different lights that need to be on. Specifically this lamp, this one, this one, and my personal favorite. Is it a lot of work? Yeah.
Yes.
But does it make the room look amazing? Yes. I come home the other night and he's got this. Just the one little weird overhead. That's it. Straight
come
men,
on.
try with lighting.
Come on.
You will be amazed how amazing your apartment looks once you have proper lighting. So my roommate's gone for a couple.
There's always time for a cocktail, and there's always time to watch All Stars.
I'm not into the drag
Yay!
race.
I'll never understand the argument that anarcho-capitalists make, where they say that the United States capitalism is not true capitalism. They'll go on.
Now, this kid is Fernie Sanders on TikTok. He's a smart young guy. Great videos. Let's see what he says.
To say that all the terrible facets of the United States are generated by state intervention, state capitalism, socialism, whatever you call it. So to them, I ask, what is true capitalism? True, unfettered, unintervened, unregulated capitalism. You're going to tell me to read a book on Adam Smith, The Wealth of Nations, to educate myself on true free market economics or Austrian economics. But us Latinos, we don't need to read those books because we've seen true capitalism. In fact, true capitalism is what generated the narco state. It's what allows for the murder and exploitation of thousands of poor laborers, which we call campesinos, at the hands of either white capitalists here in the United States or narco-capitalists in our home countries. There's no regulation by the state because the state gets murdered every time they try to regulate it. So look past your privileged education and look at reality. I'll never understand the argument that...
Hi there. You can either respect my trans homies, or I can identify as a fucking problem. And if I catch your bitch ass being disrespectful, your pronouns are going to be was, were. Thank you for coming, and have a nice day. Hi there. You can either
Hey, humans.
Oh, she's
The
fabulous.
term gender as a construct has been debated with trans people for a while now, and here's what I have to say. For the first 19 years of my life, I was treated as a male, because that's how I was perceived. And then I began dressing differently and augmenting my body to fit my spirit. And I began to be treated as a female, because that's how I was perceived. But here's what it meant. All of a sudden, I couldn't light my own cigarette, or open my own door, or carry my own packages, or pull out my own chair. And in the summer, I had to put on more clothes, which was super annoying. Still is. And if gender was not a construct, none of that would be true. We assign behaviors to the gender we perceive to be true. And we can change those behaviors and change those perceptions anytime we want.
There you go.
I hope this helps.
Ok, now.
Você vai ficar parado mesmo? Ai, então tá. Ai, Jesus. Adoro!
So here's a recent comment on this video about the COVID vaccine that says, this isn't a conservative issue. Disbelief about the COVID vaccine is spread across the political spectrum. But is it? Let's take a look. This is the Kaiser Family Foundation's website, and this is where they do polling every month. And this is the KFF COVID-19 vaccine monitor for June 2021. So here's a question that says, have you personally received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine or not? And the answers are already received a dose, get vaccinated ASAP, wait and see, only if required, and definitely not. And as you can see, Democrats have 86% with at least one dose, and down here, this is 7% wait and see, 3% only if required, and 2% definitely not. And all the way down here is Republicans with just 52% with one shot, 12% wait and see, 8% only if required, and 23% definitely not.
Yeah,
So
let's see what happens. How's it going so far?
Good morning, beautiful.
Oh, this
It's
kid.
time to wake up. Be kind. Kick butt. You got this.
Inspirational.
It's time to wake up. Be kind. Kick butt. You got this.
Hey Homo, I need your thoughts on this new Netflix show Q-Force.
Gay
Is all
agenda.
representation good representation? Laurie Metcalf, Gary Cole, David Harbour, Sean Hayes, and Wanda
didn't even know I
Sykes
followed
all
this
star in
account.
probably the gayest show you will ever see in your entire life. Q-Force. Coming out September 2nd, a gay secret agent and his ragtag team of LGBTQ+ super spies embark on missions of national
All right, I don't know
importance.
anything about this.
Do you know my close
Oh, there's
personal
Liza
friend,
Minnelli.
Liza?
Wait a minute. That's Liza Minnelli. That's my Liza Minnelli.
She just came out with a new music video for a song called Rumors with my other close personal friend, Cardi B. I just watched the video and all I can say is, what a wonderful song, and Lizzo just sounds terrific and looks terrific, and I love all the dancers, and Cardi B is pregnant! Both of them are absolutely fantastic, wonderful artists, and I just want to say, Lizzo, Cardi B, would you like to do a collaboration? I think a remake of my 90s pop hit, written by Stephen Sondheim, Losing My Mind, would be terrific. Can you
That was
imagine
Liza-
Lizzo singing
that
that?
was
It's
Liza's
like
number
I'm
one hit.
losing my mind, whoop, losing my mind, whoop. And Cardi B on the chorus. The coffee cup, I think about you. The motorboat, I think about you. Not sure those are the lyrics, but all I can think of when I look at Cardi is motorboating. Yeah. You know my close friend.
Here we are in the dressing room at Paramount Studios because I'm going to be on a show that Dr. Phil is producing, but I can't tell you what it's about.
What?
Until it airs.
No.
Watch for it.
Dr. Phil, no thanks.
Here we
I like
are
her, but
in
no
the-
thanks.
Why did the Taliban win? How did the 6th century triumph over the 21st century? It turns out that the people of Afghanistan don't actually want gender studies symposia. They didn't actually buy the idea that
Wait
men
a minute,
can
I just
be
saw the headline. It's hard to read my screen, but I saw Fucker Carlson claims we lost to the Taliban because of gender studies. You've got my attention.
pregnant. They thought that was ridiculous. They don't hate their own masculinity. They don't think it's toxic. They like the patriarchy. Some of their women like it too. So now they're getting it all back. So maybe it's possible that we failed in Afghanistan because the entire neoliberal program is grotesque.
I can't. I know Tucker's crazy, but I think this one takes the cake. Like, every day now, I'm like, Tucker can't say anything more batshit loony, and then he does. He says crazier shit than most of the really conspiracy theory, like, rednecks on this app. Tucker claims that we lost to the Taliban because of gender studies. Because the Taliban are manly men who don't like do gender studies and they're not woke. I'm not even gonna make fun of this. It speaks for itself.
Why did the Taliban...
That's Tucker Carlson.
Hey, TikTok, just a reminder that someone who is HIV undetectable poses no risk to spreading the HIV virus.
There you go.
So if you want to raw dog someone that's positive, that's totally cool. Unless it's David. Because he still poses a risk to your health.
Oh, look, little B. That's little B Arthur. This woman rehabilitates wild animals. And she had a beaver named... Was it... No, this one is B. The other one was B-V. This is B, a new one. The other one, the original one, was B-V. Anyway...
This weekend, Tony-winning Broadway actress Alice Ripley was accused of grooming young fans. And today, Alice posted something on her Instagram, which I understand is now private. It's hard to read in the screenshot, but it says, "A piece of trash's attempt to mar my world equals a sad, shameful, and discarded cigarette butt. Hashtag failed." She since deleted that post and changed it to say, "A beautiful world awaits."
Alice Ripley.
This weekend, Tony-winning Broadway...
Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of Poolside Chats with Mark. There's the pool, and I'm Mark. On today's episode, I'd like to discuss low-maintenance customers. Now, we all love a low-maintenance customer. They come in, ask a question or two, buy something, and leave. And believe it or not, the easiest low-maintenance customer is a gay man.
What?
I happen to be a gay man myself.
No.
I know, it's not obvious. But I digress. So the gay man will come in and buy lube and leave. Lube is quick and easy, and I make commission. Now, they do often ask for a lube which we don't sell, which sucks. And they'll often come in and ask for poppers, which I've said before we don't sell. Some stores do, but not us.
That's Canada.
And then I won't make anything. You know what? Fuck the gay man. Hey everyone, welcome to the...
Let's call them together, shall we? Beep boop bop boop 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 bop. Press 1 if you'd like to request a mental health check for Adam. Beep. We're sorry, the mailbox is full. Let's call them together, shall we? Beep boop bop boop 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 bop. Press 1 if you'd like to request a mental health check for Adam. Beep. We're sorry, the mailbox is full. Let's call them...
You have to look at Trump's track record.
The liars.
You have to look at Trump's track.
Liars.
You have to look at Trump's track record, right? When has Trump ever been able to admit?
How many episodes did you see?
I saw. I started at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's what it was. Well, I saw 6 before I was like, I gotta actually have a brain working tomorrow. So I actually am saving for myself for today, like the conclusion of the series. I'm very, very excited. Steve, where did this idea come from?
Well, like all ideas, you just kind of don't know. I mean, somebody issues a challenge, like friend said, you should write something for these 3 actors. And the idea just pops in your head, and you kind of work on it. You don't really sit at a computer or at a typewriter or a piece of paper or anything. You just kind of think about it. And then it either grows in your mind or it doesn't. And this just kind of kept growing enough to a point where I sort of reluctantly pitched it to a producer. And as soon as I said the idea, you get the feeling that everybody went, not bad. Even myself, because I'd never really heard it out loud. So anyway, and then it just grew got brilliant people, John Hoffman coming in, Dan Fogelman, and then Marty and Selena, and it just starts to take off. They grow. Like somebody described a movie once, it's a locomotive. Once it starts, you can't stop it. And this has that feeling in a good sense.
Yeah. One of the great moments early on, which took me right back to when everyone in the whole world was listening to that season 1 of Serial, was when the 3 of your characters start clicking together that you all love the same thing. Is that, how reflective is that of real life when it comes to these true crime podcasts? Are you guys addicted to them as well, or what? Martin?
I'm like a podcast freak. He's lying. I actually am. Marty is the least, and Selena is the second most.
Yes.
But, it's not only podcasts, true crime podcasts, there's true crime television. And as I say, it's not the horror of it that I'm interested in. It's the solving that I find to be so interesting. Modern technology for solving.
Yeah, and there are a lot of throwbacks too, even with just the mention, like the constant mention of this Hardy Boys.
That President Jimmy Carter authorized $500 million to help set up the Mujahideen, a terrorist organization.
Oh, shit.
The American people were completely unaware that their government,
US funded
together
the
with the
Taliban.
British Secret Service, MI6, had begun training and funding Islamic extremists, including Osama bin Laden. Out of this came the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, and September the 11th.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Lance.
No. Oh, damn. That's a lot of shade he's throwing all at once. That's a lot to just go all at once. He kind of pulled him this on. That was kind of in not so many words, but that was.
That President Jimmy Carter authorized $500 million.
40 years husband, something fishy. Well.
Yeah, we heard that 40 years ago, too, when we went to the Hall of Records in New Brunswick to apply for a marriage license. And they looked at us and they said, something fishy. They said,
fishy.
Get out of here. We're not going to give you a marriage license.
They thought it was a fraternity prank. What? Why are you looking at me? I cut you off? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah. No. So we've heard that already.
We've been fighting for marriage equality ever since then because we insisted way back in 1981 that people refer to us as husbands, not as boyfriends, not as lovers, not as partners. Right. We wanted to normalize the idea of two men or two women being married. So that's why we said we were married in 1981. But fine, yes, fishy.
I think the worst time to have a stroke is during a game of charades, especially if your team is bad guessers.
I said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Red lights, stop signs, I still see your face in the white cars, front yards. Can't you said forever, now I drive alone.
I don't know who you are, but you better change your attitude, okay? Because I am nice to everybody. That's why I'm living longer.
See?
I don't know who you are.
That's Grandma Lil. Now, let's see. Do I have that video from earlier? I do. Let's see if I can play it. Audio, video.
You will have no problems, and you will be happier person.
Say it again.
Don't date any men, and you will have no problems, and you will be happier person.
There she is. That's Grandma Lil, the best.
So I work in tech now, but before I worked in tech, I worked in human resources, and before that I worked in public education. And the amount of food that we were provided back when we were working in the office every day at my current employer was absolutely insane. Not only was our office full of like bags of chips and giant jars of candy every day, but invariably there was burritos or pizza or sub sandwiches or like some kind of tray of cookies or whatever brought in virtually every day, or bagels for breakfast or whatever.
Today on Judge Allen's.
What is this?
When Michael hired Phil to promote his event, things got a bit hairy.
The event that I run is called the Battle of the Beards. It's a big beard and mustache competition. I had a certain...
The caption, as you can see, says, my friends and I used to sue each other to get on court TV. Full episode in his profile. Nope.
How come no one's told me about one of the greatest television shows ever created, ever? Now, don't get me wrong, I've definitely heard about the show. It's a very popular show, but no one has ever sat me down and said, this is some of the best television you will ever watch. It's up there with The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. Have you seen this show? How come no one's told me about one of the greatest television shows ever?
Was that the joke, The Walking Dead, that is been dead for about 7 seasons now? Like, what is the joke there? Oi! He doesn't get a like
Like I always say, it's not the men in your life that counts, it's the life in your men.
I'm seeing a lot more Mae West popping up. Is Mae West making a comeback?
Oh, like I always say, it's not the men in your life that counts, it's the life in your men.
Oh no!
Oh no, what happened? This is
What
so
happened?
surprising.
Oh my god.
Today was supposed to be your big day.
He's not the president right now?
Oh my god, this is why Q was wrong? No.
It's Candy Mountain, Charlie. Oh no!
Oh no, what happened? This is so surprising.
Bye. Nice meeting you. See ya. Drive safe. Bye. Okay, let's compare notes. Notes out, everybody. What do we think of him? I thought he was nice. He's kind of quiet. Yeah, I was like, are you gonna say something? Yeah, but also loud. Yeah, like, can you shut up? What did we think about the Legally Blonde joke? Oh, that joke was funny. I have funny. Also funny. Not for me. What about the Australian oh no thing he kept doing? Hated it. Did you all see the sweat? Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. We all saw the sweat, Mama. Did he fart? Oh, that was me. No, I know when John farted. There was a second fart? So he did fart. Oh, that's disgusting. Do we vote? Sure. I vote yes. He seems like a sweet guy. I vote yes. I vote no. I vote fringe friend. I think that if we give him a suspension period, and then if one of our preferred friends bail, he can sub in, and we'll just reconvene. Yeah, this seems fair. Okay, great. Nobody text him for 2 weeks. Bye. Nice meeting you.
This song just turned 5, and I did some quick napkin math. I think it just turned gold like the Muffin song. So if you ever watched it or streamed it, thanks for making it gold, I guess.
Did you know that the highest storm surge ever recorded on Earth was right here in Gulfport, Mississippi?
What?
In other words, the Gulf of Mexico literally rose from right here all the way to right here. 28 feet. Hurricane
Holy
Katrina,
shit.
16 years ago. Did you know that the highest storm surge ever recorded on...
I'll be fucked up if you can't be right. Yeah, I do the same thing.
What is a star pod? Oh, I get it. I'm dyslexic.
Wait a minute.
I'll be fucked up if you can't be right. Yeah, I do the same thing.
What is a star pod? Oh, I get it. I'm dyslexic.
You were a teacher before you got into comedy. Yeah. Were you as crap at it as he is?
As man down, yes, easily.
What kind of a teacher were you, though? Were you one that...
Do you know what? I met an ex-pupil, really lovely ex-pupil, about 3 weeks ago, and we were having a really nice chat. She was being really sweet, and she went, oh, do you know what, sir? It took me, because they still call me sir, they're all in their 30s. It took me about 2 years, and I was looking through some photos, and I saw a picture of you, and I thought, oh, God, he was
So what were you like, though? Was you a cool one? Hey, kids, what you doing? Let's go. Or was you just really nervous and sweaty? And what was you like?
No, I wasn't. I was strict enough not to have my life ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think, you know...
Do you have that voice, that teacher voice? What are you doing? Go on, do it to me, do it to me. Oh, yeah.
It's more the look. I learnt this off an old Welsh woman.
What
the
are
look.
you doing? Yeah, that was scary, yeah.
The secret is to maintain
This
it.
is some British chat show that I just found on TikTok.
Yeah, that is scary.
I don't know who.
Oh, no, that's scary.
Hey guys, what's up? I think only a genius can definitely solve this puzzle. Okay, here's what you gotta do. Take a look at this picture.
Oh, Chuck Hutchings calling and interrupting the broadcast. I love it.
Picture here of this fish, and I need you to put your pen down any place you want and trace over everything without lifting your pen and without going over any other lines. All right, this is fine, but what about this part? Guys, let me know in the comments or duet me if this is even possible. Hey guys, what's up?
Let me to all of the 3 people watching, and I thank you from the bottom depths of my heart for watching at 1:56 a.m. Miami time. But let me just tell Chuck, I don't have it set up at this moment to receive your phone call as much as I would love. Here he's texting me now as well. Thank you, Chuck. Let me think. Can I bring him in without screwing everything up? Let me see. Hold
I
on.
think only a genius can definitely
Get emotional when I read an article like this, but then again, the truth
Let me
can.
think.
Yeah, hey boss, that's not a real article, like, at all. Instead of getting emotional, you should just get educated and try and figure out what's fake news and what's real news. Can you imagine if that headline was true? You think we wouldn't have heard about that?
Of course, I can do the...
Get emotional when I read an article like this, but then again, the truth can.
Yeah, hey boss, that's not a real article, like, at all. Instead of getting emotional, you should just get educated and try and figure out what's fake news and what's real news. Can you imagine if that headline was true?
Right, hold on, Chuck.
You think we wouldn't have heard about that?
Get emotional when I read an article like this, but then again, the truth can.
Yeah, hey boss, that's not a real article, like, at all. Instead of getting emotional, you should just get educated and try and figure out what's fake news and what's real news. Can you imagine if that headline was true? You think we wouldn't have heard about that?
Get emotional when I read an article like this, but then again, the truth can.
Yeah, hey boss, that's not a real article, at all. Instead of getting emotional, you should just get educated and try and figure out what's fake news and what's real news. Can you?
One of the small luxuries I allow myself is dropping off my laundry and having a stranger do it. But when it comes to socks, if they're like crumpled in a little ball, from like just ripping them off, they won't uncrumple them and make them straight. And good, because I'm a grown-ass man who can do that myself, and it's gross. Literally, my mom didn't even do that for us growing up. She was like, you're big enough. If you actually want it done that way, do it yourself. So I do. One of the small luxuries I allow myself is
Tips from the ER.
Oh, this guy.
Frequent flyers. It's what we refer to people who repeatedly come into the ER for non-emergent reasons. It's usually the homeless, just looking for some food and a warm place to sleep. They come in so often, we know each other on a first-name basis. Hi, Carl. We're practically besties. If you're earning your unlimited ER miles, coming in once a week for vague chronic pains, substance abuse and misuse, or you have a psychiatric illness no one can seem to figure out, you will be flagged as a frequent flyer. That means that whenever you check in, a flag will pop up in your chart, letting us know that you likely don't need to be brought back. A doctor or a social worker will come see you in the lobby to hopefully and quickly resolve whatever issue you came in for. Again, it doesn't matter what ER you go to, the charting systems are connected. We see all your ER visits, how often, and what's already been said about you. Some patients like to get cute and change their identity.
All right, Chuck's coming in, but I don't think I have him on the screen. Can you hear me, Chuck? Oh, there's a chat. Oh. Live output, road.
Here's my ceiling light.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can get you on the screen here.
You don't want to see me, man. I've been working all day.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure if my listeners can hear you. Unless I bring it in. Now, I just saw it a moment ago.
Is this another one of your test things that you do?
Yeah, I think I'm going to call... Oh, here it is. Says Chuck. Hold on. Let's see if it comes in. Ah, there he is. Now, let me bring it live. We'll do it live. I think I'm going to change my entire production to testing. Did I lose your audio?
No. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you didn't.
Oh, okay.
I have a fan in the background because I'm outside.
Oh, okay. Somehow I'm getting... Might be getting you twice. So how you been? How's everything? How you doing? You got the Delta variant yet? How's everything?
No, I got the vaccine back in March, second one in early April. And my brother, sister, and niece all got the COVID right after my mom died at the end of March.
Oh, geez,
and so we were all at her house, and they all got it, and I didn't. So,
jeez. Well, I knew
win-win.
there was something in your blood that was different.
Yeah, it's called the Pfizer vaccine.
Oh, now tell me though, you're saying that the other family members were not
Were not?
vaccinated?
No, they were not. They're idiots.
Oh, we've got breaking news here on the
Yeah.
program. Let me get my graphic. Breaking news. And yes, breaking news. Why were they not vaccinated?
My sister, she's kind of a hippie. She's not a hippie. She's very conservative, but she
Oh.
lives out in Oregon, so she's like a liberal hippie.
A liberal
Conservative.
hippie. Oh.
Conservative.
Oh.
So I
What
don't know how
the
that
fuck
works.
is that?
They live out in the rural part of Oregon around Portland, and they have a lot of guns. And that's what they do.
Well, yeah.
But when you live
there he is.
when you live in rural areas, I'll grant you probably
Yes.
you probably need a weapon.
Yeah, you don't know when a wild bear is going to show up in your front
or
yard.
a chipmunk and shit. They got
Yeah, like a
gophers and things.
really mean-looking chipmunk. I'm with you
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but there's nothing else to do out there.
Where
what are
did you
gonna do
say
today?
she was? Generally,
Oregon.
yeah. Okay,
Oregon.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
The Pacific Northwest.
Right.
So when you're out there, it's a summer day. What are you gonna do today? I don't know. We go shoot guns. I get that or
That's exciting. That's like like if we're gonna go down here, like where's one of your favorite places to go? Like
Bryson's.
Bryson's.
Oh. Oh.
No, but I mean like like the Bagel Bar.
Oh. Well, that is a bar. That's an Irish pub. It's an Irish pub.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So,
that's the
they
same
have the
thing
best
for them.
wings. They have the best wings in Miami.
Oh, please. I'm so hungry. I fell asleep. That's why I'm up. I mean, I'm a night owl anyway. I'm up all hours of the night, but I friggin' fell asleep earlier, so I'm like ready to go. I want to resurrect everything, including our good friend, Rich Davis, who was the overnight guy, remember years ago on WLR. And good morning to you. Good morning to all our trash workers. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to you delivering the newspapers. Good morning. What a guy. What a great guy. I was just somehow thinking of him and channeling him. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning, Chuck. Anyway, so I'm up and I'm ready to go. I'm sure my neighbor right below me, whose bedroom is also right below me, may call me in at any moment because, I was just reacting to these TikTok videos, and I figured, I don't know about you, but my mother got me kind of looking at these TikTok videos, although some people that I follow politically are now on TikTok. I'm not sure if you're aware of the TikTok, Chuck, are you?
I am, and
you hate it?
hate it.
Okay.
I have not seen a single thing on TikTok that I thought was clever.
Yes. Well, let me tell you,
Yeah,
I
and
also had the hatred.
I hate it.
I had the hatred in my heart for yet another social media platform because I consider myself not an influencer, but a de-influencer. I want to get everybody off of it because it has consumed our lives. But anyway,
And it's
I
all
have fallen.
just look at me, and it's like people being dumbasses all day long.
Yeah.
It's all
well,
it is.
You wonder why, and I'm, you wonder why this.
We already
country-
had YouTube. What was wrong with YouTube?
Well, they all do start to copy each other. I mean, look at
Yeah.
What has happened is, of course, our attention span is nothing. It's 60 seconds. And so
I don't think it's that. I don't think
it's
it's
not
that
even that long, right? But the TikToks started out as 60 seconds, and as it has evolved, it has allowed some people now who are big creators to do 3 minutes maximum. So what I found was, I said, well, let me look at the people I follow either on Twitter or whatever and see if there's anything worth following. And there are young
I'm sure there is, but
that
if
are
you just
clever, that are
go
fighting
into
the good
TikTok,
fight.
if you're not following somebody clever and you're just going in random, it's all shit.
Well, it's the wild, 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 wild west. It is the Wild West. However,
Yeah.
as with this pandemic, it has pushed everything, light speed ahead as far as technology being a form of making money. And so a lot of these people who have thousands, if not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of followers are eligible and do make money by just doing these stupid videos.
I know.
Yeah.
But everybody thinks they're one of them, and they're not.
Everybody thinks what? Oh, that they're
everybody thinks they're one of those clever people, and 99.9% of them are not a clever person.
Yes, no, it's hard to dig through this shit. Now, of course, then once you start watching certain
It's the
things,
same as Twitter. I mean, if like Molly John Fast and some other people on Twitter, that are not idiots, and okay. But if you just go into Twitter and start looking at what's being posted, you're like inundated with like, shoot me.
Right.
It's just
now,
crap. It's
talk
all
for just
crap.
a second. I'm going to mute myself. I want to see if the level of your sound is coming through okay. I think it is, but I just want to check it. So hold on a second.
All right. I'm going to keep talking while I go get another beer. You're not posting my video, are you? Because I'm moving around with the camera and shit.
Oh, well, your video is on, but don't mind that.
Well, I don't see it on your. Actually, your feed is frozen on my screen.
Which screen? What are you watching? Facebook?
Yeah, I think so.
They probably pulled it down for some ridiculous level.
No, right when I called in, and when I clicked the link on my phone that you sent me, that's when it locked up. So I'm not sure what had happened.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see.
So anyway, my daughter, she had her wisdom teeth pulled today.
Ooh.
And she lives up, not here. So my son and my wife went up to drive her back because she was going to be sedated and wouldn't be able to drive. So I have a hall pass and I'm home alone. So, which means, hey, all you bitches out there, I got a pool over here.
Come on, it's Wednesday. What is it? Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and
it's 2 a.m. The pool's 90 degrees. It's warm, and like, hey man, no swimsuits required. Yeah. Yeah, I got I think 2 beers left.
Oh
Anyway,
my God! How many wisdom teeth did she have out?
I don't know.
You don't
I don't ask questions.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I had
when my wife and my daughter start talking, I don't want to hear anything. They're just like, yeah, ew. No.
Yeah.
Women shit. I got my period today. Oh, fucking lovely. We're at fucking dinner. Can we talk about something else?
Well, let me tell you, when I had my wisdom teeth out about 20 years ago, I think it was 2001, I had all 4 out, and I was traveling for work.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Are you hearing me? Are you getting me?
Now I see me. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I put you in a cloud.
Hold on. There's a slight delay.
Yes.
Yeah, I see the cloud. I guess the audio is live, but the video there's a delay because my headphones are connected to my phone and my computer, but I think now I don't hear you.
Oh, I wasn't talking. I was just enjoying you
that's
discovering
because I saw
the
your
fact
lips
that you were
moving on the
live
video.
with me. Yes, everybody was
I saw your lips moving on the video, which is delayed. So
yeah. Well, I'm also, got a dry mouth because I was sleeping for 3 hours. But you're using what, ear pods or headphones as a microphone?
Hold on.
Is it a
Bose
built-in
noise
microphone? Those Bose. Nice.
Yeah, Bose. Oh, what the hell, man? How long is this delay?
Oh, it varies on the different platforms.
Right.
It can be
There we go.
be a good while.
I have my Bose noise canceling headphones on.
Yeah,
All right.
they sound good.
They work.
Yeah, they sound real good.
I
But
need a haircut.
what'd you say? You need a haircut? Are you not getting me now? Now did you switch the headphones to the wrong input?
No. I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
You're saying you've not had your wisdom teeth out. You don't know how. I mean, at least for me, it was pretty painful.
No, I had braces back in 12, 13 years old, whatever. And that was it.
Yeah. Oh. Well, this could explain a lot. Your wisdom teeth could be growing right inside you to your brain. I had to have 4 of them out, you understand, and I was traveling. I was in Tennessee or something, and they just had to come out, and it was major surgery. Like, I was out cold and this and that, and when I woke up, my face was like Eddie Murphy in those movies he did where he was in the fat suit. I mean, oh man, my face was and even though I was traveling for work, I just couldn't do much of anything for like a week. It was not something I would want to repeat. So, good luck to her. But how's everything else been doing? Are you is everything in your life sort of back to normal as far as work and everything? Are you going in to your office and everything?
I haven't been to my office since St. Patrick's Day last year.
Oh, you're still remote.
Oh yeah, but we've hired like a shit ton of people. But most of our people work remotely, so it's not really hasn't been an issue for us.
Yeah, that's good.
So they work all over the country and all over the world. But
wow, that's pretty amazing.
So that's
isn't it amazing? I in a crazy way how this pandemic has pushed us forward with technology. Because
I mean, we're talking about getting rid of the office. Like we can just remote a lot of that stuff up to the cloud.
Yeah.
The email server is about the only thing we really need, and the other stuff is like.
Oh yeah, this is going to make a lot of businesses say, "Hey, why are we?" One of the big expenses for renting this office and wherever the hell it is, downtown Miami or wherever the hell you are, when you can literally get the same productivity, put everything in the cloud, and what's the downside? Except there's
we have nobody's been in there really in a year and a half except me. I got in like maybe 4 or 5 times when the server will crash and have to go kickstart it and reboot it. But if that thing were in the cloud, I would have to do that. And we've demonstrated we don't. If we're paying $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month in rent.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean.
And basically, we're using a 10-foot by 10-foot room for our computers. And that's all we're really using there. And we don't need the whole rest of that whole office is like dead space.
Yeah.
So everybody else works remotely.
But I have a theory. There are some people, some managers that love to manage, even when there's no manager needed.
I know one of those.
I mean, like they don't know what to do with themselves. Honestly, if they're not harassing employees, like, oh, you didn't double blind copy, Mildred, and you got to do that, and we got to set up a meeting, we got to talk to HR, and we got to put it in a policy, and you got to sign an agreement. I mean, there are people that love that.
We need a meeting
shit.
in the conference room right now. Yeah. Okay.
Right, all the drama.
It's called Zoom or Teams or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like there you go, same thing.
Well, not really having any kind of employment over these last several months. I have not been in that environment where I have to check in on Zoom with any kind of managers or anything. So my question is, I ask people, are there those people that I just described that are managers or whoever that are troublemakers? Are they being troublemakers on the Zoom meetings? I suppose they are. Are they?
No, not really. Not really. They just want to. I don't want to say micromanage, But they need to like get a pulse on like, well, what's everybody doing? I don't see you doing anything. Like,
right, they can't understand.
And if what you do is not really measurable, it's kind of
micromanagers. Those are the people that are probably having nervous breakdowns. Well, look I do know, and I won't say any names, and let me just go on the record because I don't have a disclaimer yet for these test broadcasts that everything I say is alleged. Even if they reflect possibly real people, it's all alleged. But I know a certain radio station that
can I guess that Ed Bell might have used to work at?
You cannot guess, Chuck. You are disqualified. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you for playing. But there's a certain radio station in which I am still in contact with some of my colleagues, and there was.
Speaking of which, I have not called Tracy Fields in a long. I used to call her like every 6 months, late at night during the Haitian broadcast. Because she was like, she didn't have anything to do for 30 minutes or whatever long that was. So I'd call and chat with her twice a year just to say hi.
Yeah. And it's funny you say that I have not spoken to her either. And I was sort of laying in bed saying, geez, I haven't heard Tracy's voice. And I don't know how long. I have not either. Now, I have, and Ted Grossman said something about I should call her. And it just kind of didn't click because, you know, everything is online. You see it on Facebook or whatever. And for me, I almost feel... There are people that I haven't seen in years, but I feel like I still know them intimately or more formally because I see them so often. But then I realized, I haven't talked to them in 3 years. You know, it's unbelievable. A friend of mine I hadn't seen in years. You know, but anyway, this particular station.
And Wanda works in the building next door to us.
Is she still over there?
Well, I don't know if she still is. I haven't seen her in a few years.
Yeah,
she stayed at my house a few nights after the last hurricane came through.
Oh, really?
When it wiped out the power to her trailer, she spent 2-3 nights at our house. I told her, come on over. I got power. I got AC.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're a saint. Good for you.
I know.
That,
don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
I'm a nice guy.
Well, don't worry. There's only 2 people watching, and one of them is me, and one of them is you.
So we're good.
I got a little counter up
here. My secret is safe.
Oh, hold on. I did see. Oh, is that you in the chat room? I see I have 5 messages. Oh, I think they're all from you.
Yeah, they're all from me.
I wasn't looking at Facebook.
I know you weren't. I was like, Jesus Christ, goddamn, Paul, is this thing on?
Well, and also, you know, Facebook's a real damn culprit. They're always changing their format on the back end, and even right now, I haven't done this in a while, and I can see there are differences. And in the chat itself, which whatever, but anyway. So what was I going to say? Oh, I was talking about a particular radio station that will remain nameless, and a middle manager.
WQAM.
There you go. You're next.
WSHE.
QAM.
Zeta 4.
Yes, and they, of course, like everybody, was working remotely with a very, very skeleton crew at a radio station where you had to have some people, you know, pushing the buttons. But the long story short is that this person had a medical condition and, you know, could not go out at all during the pandemic. And then when things a couple of months ago started to loosen up and people were coming back, he just said, you know, I really can't chance it. I can do everything from home, as we have proven for well over a year. And the main boss, who will go unnameness, very numb and nameless, basically said, you better either come in and or that's the end of it. And that was the end of it. And this guy... Wait,
don't tell me, has done their show for over a year from their closets.
But see,
like,
the
what
thing...
the hell?
For somebody like me in particular, who has always been a technology guy and who has worked at the stations, I've always been on the cutting edge of what we can do to simplify the broadcast, what we can do, not necessarily remotely, but in that same frame of mind of how we can smooth things out and connect this and connect that, and so there's not a lot of chaos. And one of the things in radio that you learn, at least people try to teach you, is that you have to keep it simple first. You must keep it simple and then add on, because it can become very complicated very quickly when you're talking about layers of audio different studios, remotely, telephones, connections. And so the fact that we have been able to do this remotely for a year and a half, and some people sounding like they're in the studio, has really opened the eyes but these managers that want you in the studio, they want to breathe down your neck, they want to intimidate, they want to be jerks. You know how they are. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see how it all, because now
I don't have any of those really, to tell you the truth. But
well, you're lucky.
There are some people I work with that would prefer that, but they haven't really put their foot down on it. It's like, this seems to be working, so I guess I was wrong. So
yeah. Well, I don't see the general consensus of America changing. Quite frankly, it's only shown how selfish we are, and I don't think I hope it changes more permanently as far as the work culture, but I just think there's too many assholes out there. There's too many people that have to justify their existence of having a job to do anything substantial. What can I tell you? Anyway, were you watching any of those TikToks I was looking at?
yeah, they were pretty gay, but not that there's anything wrong with that.
I almost spit out my water. Gay. Oh, you couldn't hear that. Hold on.
Wait.
Could you hear it?
What?
Oh, I played something. Hold on.
The spit take?
Okay.
Did you hear the okay?
Was that Randy Rhoads?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But see, it's interesting. Let me see if I can adjust something, because I think I have you coming in twice. Let's see where we are. I mean, when I open up a certain thing. Now, let's see. Audio, external. Oh, I think I can do this.
It sounds okay on my side. I don't hear like a double reverb or echo or anything. Of course, now I don't hear you, but I think you just took yourself out of the mix. I don't hear you. Uh-oh. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Undo. I don't hear anything. Can you hear me? Nod your head. I'll let you know in 15 seconds if I see you nod your head. I don't hear crap. Crikey, Mike. I think you killed it. No, I don't hear anything. All right, well, it's almost like 2:30, so I probably have to go to bed anyway. I hear nothing. No, it's dead, man. It's dead. All right, see ya. How do I hang this thing up?
Identity to trick us. They'll claim they lost their ID, give us a fake name, address, and phone number. Motherfuckers. Just adding to the list of reasons why we can't trust each other. Tips from the ER. Frequent flyers. It's what we refer to people who repeatedly come into the ER for non-emergent reasons. It's usually the homeless, just looking for some food and a warm place to sleep. They come in so often we know each other on a first-name basis. Hi, Carl. We're practically besties. If you're earning your unlimited ER miles, coming in once a week for vague chronic pains, substance abuse and misuse, or you have a psychiatric illness no one can seem to figure out, you will be flagged as a frequent flyer. That means that whenever you check in, a flag will pop up in your chart, letting us know that you likely don't need to be brought back. Doctor or a social worker will come see you in the lobby to hopefully and quickly resolve whatever issue you came in for. Again. It doesn't matter what ER you go to, the charting systems are connected. We see all your ER visits, how often, and what's already been said about you. Some patients like to get cute and change their identity to trick us. They'll claim they lost their ID, give us a fake name, address, and phone number. Motherfuckers. Just adding to the list of reasons why we...
What's